Hey, welcome back to another anime review. This time the show will be I Made Friends with the Second Prettiest Girl in My Class, Episode 4. Yeah, there was a lot of great drama in this episode. Let's talk about it. Alright, so this episode starts off with Amame going off from the class for them dissing Mahara. And Amame's all like, if nobody wants to be a class rep partner with Mahara, then she'll volunteer to do it. And the teacher is about to accept that, but then Asanagi, she draws a lot, and then she says that she won. So Amame, she still wants to do it, but Asanagi, she's able to talk her out of it. And so she gets Asanagi is the one that's going to be a class rep with Mahara. Later on, all the class reps get together, and I guess their class got stuck with decorations. And so Asanagi goes back to their class. She's talking like, oh yeah, what we going to do? But she was saying that, oh, we can probably get the girls into doing cosplay. And she was like, oh, no, not me. She's talking about like Amame and Anita. Later on, Asanagi and Mahara, they're sitting together. I guess it's during like lunch period or something. But she takes out the lot that she drew, and apparently it's blank. So apparently she actually lost, but she told him that she won, just so she could be partnered up with him. And first they had Amame, the one that's delegating all the work that's being done with the cans and all that to make a picture. But apparently, and while that's happening, apparently Asanagi, she draws a picture of a cover of some manga. But then Amame sees that, and she tries to draw another picture, but she doesn't copy the cover. She just draws her own style with the character making his own pose, and she does a way better job than Asanagi did. So then they put Amame in charge of drawing the art, and they put Nita in charge of delegating the work. So right here, Asanagi is just Amame's artwork, because she just balls up her own picture and just throws it away. And hers wasn't even that bad either. So now it's Friday, you know what I'm saying? It's the weekend, and Mahara, he texts Asanagi and tells her not to come over because he has work to do on that picture. He has to color it. But so she kind of feels bad about that, and so she goes karaoke with Amame and some friends. And while they're at karaoke, Mahara, he starts to think about it. He starts to feel bad about it. Then he texts her again and tells her that he probably wants her to come over. You know, she agrees to it. They come over, but this time Amame, she notices this and she follows them there. Oh yeah, also, Mahara's mother gave Asanagi permission to beat him up if he tried to do something to her. So I thought that was kind of funny. So anyway, Amame, she knocks on the door, and Mahara, he answers it, and then Amame, she screams and says that she knows that Asanagi's inside the room, and she tells her to come out. So she does and all that, but when she does come out, like, Amame's asking her all these questions like, oh, I thought we was friends, like, why didn't you tell me that y'all was cool like that? It's like, oh, like, so, what's the name? Asanagi says it's not because of her and all that, but then Asanagi, she starts to feel bad. She starts remembering things about her past. I guess like it happened in middle school, where some friends turned her down, but then she caught them hanging out with Amame. So, cause like I guess like what's the name? Asanagi, she feels insecure because she's like the second prettiest girl in the classroom, and she's always gonna be the second as long as she's with Amame. So Asanagi walks off, and now it's the next day at school, and apparently Asanagi, she ignored Mahara's phone calls and texts throughout the rest of the weekend, and as well she also did not talk to Amame for the rest of the weekend as well. And then like the next day in school, she comes up and she says hey to him like nothing's going on. So while she's doing a project with the rest of the students, what's his name, Mahara, he walks up and he tells her, oh, I gotta talk to you about something. Can you call me? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, I can't go right now. But Amame and Nita, they kind of come through, and they help him out. They say, oh, we got this, you good? So like she goes with him. Like first she calls him stupid and all that, saying that they're supposed to keep it a secret from the rest of the class, that they're friends. But he just like ignores her, and she's like, oh, you're not gonna ask me why I was ignoring you and all that for like this weekend. And he was being cool about it. He was like, hey, when you want to tell me, I'll wait until you're ready to talk about it. But then like she walks up behind him and hugs him. She starts to get like really emotional and say that mean people might take advantage of him if he's too nice and too soft. But then she eventually said that she'll tell him what's going on after the festival. Later on, the festival's taking place in what's her name, Asanagi and Mahara. They're on the roof, and they start talking. They having a good time. But then Amame, she shows up late, and she got the two girls that was from middle school that kind of ditched Asanagi to hang out with her instead. And then Asanagi, she walks up to the two of them and says, like, oh, well, we're like the three of us, we're not actually really friends, because like they're only really friends with Amame. And that's how this all ends. I really enjoyed it. Well, anyway, if you liked or didn't like this episode, leave a comment. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. And if you enjoyed this content, want to think about subscribing, I appreciate it. Anyway, that's all. Take care.